All right, folks, and now we're back, and this time I'm actually in the echolocation. So, read the Goosebumps book, watched the movie again. Now here comes the thing that's like a big dislike from the movie. I already talked about it before, but I have even more reason now to say that is not right. And it's the fact of two things, because the first time I actually talked about the whole they didn't use the Goosebumps weaknesses at all. They didn't have any Goosebumps weaknesses, and not to mention the fact of in the episode of Lawn Gnomes, it was light. But in the actual in the book, it was a freaking dog whistle. So if someone actually read that book, you would actually know of we kind of need to get a dog whistle somewhere. Where can we find a dog whistle? And sadly, most likely can't find it. So besides the fact of they didn't actually use the whole, you got to know their weaknesses and everything. In Lawn Gnomes, you kind of did because they wrecked the Lawn Gnomes. But sadly, they regenerate. And that brings us to the second part of what the frick. But they also use for the werewolf, they actually use the silver filling thing. And for mutant insects, they did use baseball bats. Now, here comes the part of where I am kind of confused. So we did have the lawn gnomes, and the lawn gnomes were destroyed, but the lawn gnomes they revived themselves. It's like, yeah, they revived themselves. And in mutant insects, we don't actually see them reviving themselves, so I can't mention that. But the true messed up part was the whole explosion that happened in the bus. Now, the explosion that happened in the bus, they used their ink powers, in quotations, ink powers, and they reconstructed themselves. They just back together, which is like, whoa, 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 whoa. If you did that, then how come the lawn gnomes didn't do that themselves? It's like the lawn gnomes had their own way of regenerating. And you could easily say, oh, but it's because they're different. Everyone's different and they have their own way of reviving themselves, which I'm like, okay, but why did all of them, when it came to the explosion, had to actually have been all ink reviving themselves? I mean, the mummy was there. Why couldn't the mummy use sand? I mean, yeah, you could have got sued by those who does the mummy franchises, but still, I would rather have some variety when it came to them reviving, which makes it, oh, it's like different ways instead of, okay, the lawn gnomes did it one certain way and everyone else did it ink. I would just say, why couldn't the lawn gnomes just be ink too? They revived the ink way. I don't see why that is my main gripe about the movie now. That is my main gripe about the movie. I mean, yes, I could still watch the movie, still enjoy it, but that question still sometimes rise up and I'm like, I have no idea how to explain that. That's completely weird, but it's unnoticeable. It's good and unnoticeable. But on the other hand, it's still kind of the fact of it's kind of weird that they're able to revive by ink while only 1%, I would say in quotations 1%, which is the lawn gnomes that are able to revive just by reconstructing themselves by shards of their porcelain, I guess. If you have the answer, please put it down below. As for everyone else, I'm sorry if that actually makes you question too, but that's just my personal issue I have with the movie. One little small personal issue. And sadly, the guys who's like, ding, 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 the one who's like, what mistakes they have in Goosebumps, I'm shocked that he didn't actually mention that part. I'm shocked that he didn't even mention that. Kind of stupid. I'm kind of stupid in my opinion. It's like, dude, you examine the movie all the way through with mistakes and stuff. And yet you couldn't actually say, wait, the lawn gnomes just reconstructed themselves binormally. How come these guys have to? Yeah, that question. Anyways, thank you for watching, folks. One final one for this whatever is coming very shortly.